I am on my way to dermatologist appointment. Not feeling so great. I don't know why I feel super anxious right now. And driving here was not great because I'm like anxious and I'm trying to drive and listening to folklore, and I don't know if that was making things better or worse. I love it, but I don't know how great it is when I have an anxiety issue. It's probably just like my birthday plus going to the doctor. I don't handle going to doctors very well, and I'm not looking forward to my birthday. So those two things combined together are not probably the best for me. I don't know. I need this. Just see what happens. I'm almost there. I'm gonna have to find a spot, and it's raining, so that didn't help.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Perry Street.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's alright, because the street is going to was
1,000
cobblestone.
feet, turn left.
Alright, I'm gonna end this here, and I'll catch up with you guys after my appointment, because I need to find a spot, which probably means going to a parking lot. Okay, so appointment went, I don't know, I had some things checked on, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna have bandages for the rest of the day. Apparently I'm a heavy bleeder. Fun. But I'm heading back to the car now. Still a little anxious. I don't know what it is, but I didn't pass out, so that's a good thing. Can we always be this close forever and ever? That would be okay for me to do. Okay, so after a very stressful morning, I ended up meeting up with a friend for a little bit, and made the day just kind of pick up a little bit. So, I was thinking I was gonna come home and relax and put in a hair mask and do all this stuff, but I'm not really feeling that right now. I also thought I might tidy up, but I'm not really feeling much of that either. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not gonna really tidy up, but I might just make the bed really quick. Let's see. Like gradually making decisions. Excuse me. But I'm gradually making decisions about these clothes at the end of my bed. About whether or not I am donating them. I have two left to decide on. I have my Michael Kors sweater, which is like my only designer sweater, and I'm not sure if I want to keep that, and this dress that I probably never wear outside ever again, but I don't know. You never know. Who knows? I'm gonna quickly change into comfy clothes. I have this and this from earlier. They did tell me I should be able to take them off at dinner, which would probably be now, and then replace it with another band-aid. I'm just tired and I don't really want to do much of anything, so I'm gonna just put on cozy clothes for now, and I will think about this later.
Say you think about me because I'm starting to doubt we will find a way back to each other when you're on the other side of the world. I'm here and I'm waiting, but I know I can't say that.
Well, I just fell asleep on the couch with my contacts in. Don't do that if you've lit a candle. don't follow my example. That was a big mistake. But everything's okay. Didn't burn anything down. I'm gonna go back to watching Vlogmas and kind of chilling. I wanted to kind of chat a bit about the goings on of today, but I think I'm gonna do a couple things and then I'm gonna pick this back up. I just need a minute to kind of adjust because I just literally just woke up a few minutes ago, took out my contacts and picked up the camera. So I'll be back. Okay, so kind of wanted to touch base on everything that happened this morning. So I went to the dermatologist. I was very anxious going there. I think one, I didn't sleep well last night. Two, I'm not super excited about my birthday, and three, I have a lot of anxiety around like medical stuff. So it just kind of all compiled together to be like a thing when it really shouldn't have been a thing, but it was. And I was driving and it was raining and oh, Ollie's sniffing my foot. It tickles, Ollie. So yeah, so that wasn't great. And I don't know what it is about Folklore. As much as I love that album, the like rhythm of it just doesn't, like, there's something about like the beats that if I'm feeling even the slightest bit anxious, it does not help. So I actually ended up listening to Lover on the way home, and that made me feel a lot better. And then cuddles help. But anyways, so there was that. But then I have some spots, which, I mean, you guys kind of know about this one if you saw that vlog. When I originally went to a doctor to get it checked, they're telling me that they could have been wrong and that it's not eczema and it could be something else. I feel like every time I go and I get something checked out, I later go for like a doctor for another thing that relates to that issue, and it's always like, no, that actually might be something serious. So I'm thinking that it's about time that I change my regular doctor, because I feel like every time I go to them, they tell me it's nothing, and I'm getting sick of finding out later that it might be something. So there's that. Also, what else? Yeah, I mean, also, like, I was gonna kind of talk about in terms of like the process, like if you ever like do need to go to a doctor, what exactly happens in terms of like them checking out your spots. But I spoke to somebody else afterwards, and apparently for them the process was a little different. For me, what they did is they took a needle and they took like little samples of like from the area, and then but from somebody else I spoke to, they took like they cut the mole off. So I feel like maybe depending on like what happens, but I feel like this was very like for me like I freak out over everything. Like I fainted just because they couldn't find my pulse in my foot once. So like I'm very anxiety ridden and I don't handle doctor stuff very well. But I feel like this was not painless, but for the most part painless. Like it was like it stung, but it really wasn't that bad. So like if you need to get something checked out and you are nervous about it, go and get it checked, because first of all, it's better for you to find out early than to be like me and potentially find out a year and a half later. So always go to your dermatologist if you see something weird with your skin, and if your regular doctor tells you it's nothing, go to your dermatologist anyway. I never had a dermatologist before because I wasn't so sure about my insurance. So yeah, but anyways, that's kind of me kind of discussing the whole process and like all of that stuff. I feel like that was like all of today. So I just kind of wanted to at least round it out so that you got the full update of what happened and what transpired, and if you were interested, you know what's going on and what's going on with me, and if you are concerned about your own stuff, that it's better to know than to not know. Though I say that, and that's like one of my biggest things. Like, I have huge anxiety about knowing. So I also get that. I get not wanting to know, but I also know that if you don't know, you can't do anything about it. So it's very frustrating. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so cancel out everything that I said yesterday about the taking samples bit, because a little bit after I did that clip, I was changing my bandages, and apparently they cut it off, and I didn't even realize it. Which, I mean, I think is great on their part, because I was being very honest with them, being like, medical stuff makes me nervous. I don't usually handle it well. I have anxiety. I get like pass out sometimes. And they were like, okay. So I only saw the needle, and then they like stuck it, and it burned, and they were like, as long as it just burns, like, then you can't really feel anything. But I was like, oh yeah, okay. And it felt like he kept sticking me, but I'm realizing now that I think that was the knife. So, I mean, made me freak out when I took off my bandages when I got home, but I didn't freak out the whole day, and I didn't freak out when it happened. I drove home and I got home okay. So I think that's a positive, I guess. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to end this video like this, because it is now my birthday, and I want to do a completely different video for my birthday, and I don't want to incorporate this stuff into today, even though I'm not really that, oh my god, it's my birthday, it just is what it is. I'm still gonna separate it.
Hey, I wish you could see yourself just sitting there on my chair. I'm staring at you, you don't even notice. Should've told you straight away, you don't have to be afraid.